Welcome back, folks, for a new episode of Leak Dish. Now, we already talked a lot about the Object 252U, so this is going to be a premium tier 8 Russian bias OPS heavy tank. So basically, the IS-7's hull armor with the upgraded IS-6 turret at 250mm at the front, rounded, and a BL-13, which is a modified BL-9 IS-3's top gun with more alpha at the cost of slight accuracy and DPM, but that's pretty much it. So basically a premium heavy tank that's worthy of being tier 9 and tier 10 even. So yeah, I thought that this vehicle was going to be a special personal mission thing or super rare to get, like Clan Wars stuff or Champions of Clan Wars, who knows. It turns out there are a lot of rumors that this vehicle is going to come out by the end of this month as a normal purchasable vehicle. So this might be the first time it's going to be pay to win. So sad to say, it's also going to come with a skin as well. So it's going to be Object 252U Defender. Wow, Russian bias to the extreme. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, pay to win. But then again, you still have to be good. Like, it's the T110E5 syndrome. A lot of players say the T110E5 sucks because they get shot at by the side armor and get ammo racked. Well, you're playing it wrong, but if you play it correctly, it's nearly invincible. So, I don't know, but this vehicle is very noob friendly, like super noob friendly. That's a lot of Russian tanks are like that. So, is it really pay to win? Well, let's see the Object 252U Defender. So here are the summary from the leak videos about the original Object 252U. So you already know the high penetration, high alpha, hull traverse, horsepower per ton ratio for a tier 8 heavy tank, and crazy amounts of armor, but the view range, radio sucks, accuracy is meh, aim time is meh, and a little bit slow for the swampy areas, but whatever. So summary is here. You probably already know this, but if you haven't watched my leak videos, there they are. So this is very comparable to a tier 10 heavy tank. The IS-7, the Object 260 are close to this vehicle. So with a few difference of the DPM and health and the view range, and that's pretty much it. So arbitrary numbers, arbitrary stats, you can easily change those and make this vehicle a tier 10. So that's the stuff. But here are the early models of the Object 252U Defender. So, what's really funny about this model is that I actually praise it. So, it's also a little bit of Russian bias in this as well. So not because of the design, no. It's because the extra effort made to separate this vehicle from the standard model of the tank. So as you can see, it has removed the mud guards, the track guards from the original model. They added more stuff, more clutter to the hull, such as the boxes, the sandbags, the canvas. There are a few stuff on the back of the turret as well. I mean, you're putting more effort into the reskin of the tank, whereas vehicles like the Jumbo Pershing Patriot or the Liberté AMX M4, it's basically a reskin. You did not add any special boxes or sandbags or logs or stuff to the vehicle. Why give more effort, more extra percent of effort to this vehicle than any other vehicles previously? Russian bias, man. Super Russian bias. But we'll take a quick look at the comparison later on. So here are the armor models. It's the same. So same vehicle. Super OP frontal armor, yada yada. Side skirts, IS-6 turret with more armor at the front. So you already know all the stuff. So here are the in-game screenshots. BL-13, blah blah blah. Crappy radio, crappy view range. All the stuff. So it looks pretty awesome. This looks like a tier 10, by the way. Looks like the Object 260. But that's just me. It's a tier 8 premium. For Christ's sake. Such pay to win. So what's also funny, there's DP machine gun at the back with a canvas and harmonica. So we'll take a closer look, but why don't you have those stuff for the Liberté or the Patriot, huh? Why is it on a Russian tank, huh? You put more effort into it. Freaking Russian bias. Triggered. Hashtag triggered. So yeah. It does look pretty good. I mean, considering the fact of the clown car that's the Patriot. I mean, so blatant of all the colors. It's, a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Even for me as an American. But yeah, this vehicle doesn't look that bad. Red flag, sure. Number, sure. Yeah, it's not like in your face or anything. That's a harmonica. That's the DP machine gun. It's the predecessor to the RPD, then the RPK, and then the PK machine gun, but small fun fact. So yeah, Russian broken ass tier 8 premium now. So yeah, holy, that looks almost like the Object 260, guys. Come on. So yeah, I love it. I mean, I don't know how I feel it. I love the concept of you put more effort into a vehicle, but that's Russian, so it's conflicting with my feelings, as well as this thing is broken as all hell. So here are the initial stats of the Defender, which is the same as the current version of the Object 252U in your res folder. So let's take a quick comparison of the models. But here is the Tank Inspector version, and here is the test server version from beta.tanks.gg. So props to those guys for pulling the models from the test server, because the Tank Inspector program fails at that. So but as you can see, they removed the mud guard. They removed the log. You bastards! How dare you remove the log? Oh man, but they added different cables, so different spots. See? More effort. You put more effort into the reskin of the same vehicle, because remodels and reclutter of the texture and stuff and the mesh. So it's very difficult to add all sorts of stuff, so I'm still trying to learn it, but there's a harmonica at the back of the turret. So play your songs for the crew and the DP machine gun. So it's a remodel and the reskin for the same vehicle that you're going to release. But for the Patriot, for the Liberté, screw those guys. Those guys are not Russian. So stats wise, it's the same stats. You can take a look, but it's the same stats. Same DPM, same alpha, penetration, accuracy, garbo. So dispersion, the same mostly. This is for a non-100% crew, because at 100%, the commander gives bonus to the loader, to the gunner, to the rest of the crew. So it's about the same. It's actually the exact same, but it looks a little bit different from the commander bonus, the lack of commander bonus, if you're wondering. But top speed, horsepower per ton ratio, all the same. So yeah, you can buy this. I mean, I would laugh if they did a bait and switch with this vehicle. So everybody's hyped up about this vehicle. It's going to be so good. Oh my god, crush everybody with tier 10 vehicles at tier 8 as a premium. Blah, blah, blah. And they nerfed before they released this vehicle, like nerfed to the original stats of this tank, such as 90mm of frontal armor rather than 180. 130. I wish it's 180. But as you can see with the collision model on both vehicles, so it's auto bounce for the upper plate. Don't even think about it. Same goes for the normal model. So yeah, lower plate 227. So this is a tier 8. 250 for the turret front. Yeah, you have the commander hatch and the loader hatch, and that's the only weakness. Alright, that's the only weakness. Same goes for the IS-6 or the Object 257. But that's pretty much it. So even if this vehicle is angled and negates the pike nose armor, the pike nose sloping, it's still 250-ish slope upwards. And the lower plate is almost 250, so Yeah, 230, 240. Yeah. Still very good. So that's the Defender. Now, here are the original stats of this vehicle. So here you can see that the original stats are at the left. So originally it was 90 at the front, 90 at the sides, 90 at the rear. So it had the same gun as the IS-5 or the IS-3A. So less alpha, but a little bit more DPM, better rate of fire, small stuff, but that's pretty much it. So they changed that to the BL-13, or they changed the stats to more of the BL-9 for the BL-13. So like the IS-3's Top Gun, but with more alpha. But here are the original stats like 3 months ago for this vehicle. So it had only 90mm of frontal armor, which I thought was already good enough for this vehicle, because 90 slope like 70-ish degree, 70-ish to the vertical, or about 20-ish to the horizontal, still very good, and it should give you about 200mm, 210-ish, and that's already amazing. But they buff it to 130 at the front. So that's the Defender for you. So hopefully, I don't know how I feel about this. I like the concept of you putting more effort into a reskin of a vehicle and make it different than the actual vehicle itself, because as you saw, they put in more effort with the difference of the models too, but it's the same collision model underneath. So I like the fact that you're putting more effort into doing different stuff, but this vehicle is broken, so there might be a bait and switch technique going on. So we already saw the copy and paste technique with the T-34 Black or IS-6 Black. Did not work well. So who knows, but bait and switch might work, so be wary. So before this vehicle, or when this vehicle actually releases at the end of this month, check the stats first. I'll do a video about it, but if it's the same as the current stats, buy it if you want. It's broken as all hell. Or it could be like a bait and switch. So they nerf the stats right before the release. So technically they're not nerfing the tank after they release it, because they don't usually do that. So premium tanks don't usually get nerfed, like the Revitalize or the Japanese Tiger. No, it's too crappy. But most of the vehicles, premium tanks, do not get nerfed. They only get not sellable, like the Romtel Scorpion Waffentrigger or E25. So they will remove it from the premium shop, but they will not nerf the stats. So I doubt that these stats will come out, but if they do, they probably will nerf it before the release of this vehicle. I might eat my own words, and either I'll get wrecked in my butthole, or I'll get wrecked in my wallet, because probably everybody will buy one. It's pretty good. So there you go, folks. The Object 252U Defender of the Russian bias. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.